It's a grand time, just a grand day out here in the Gros Ventre. In just a moment here, we're going to get right to the wildlife, and then we'll go and show some great scenery in the Moulton Barn, along with the Shane cabin, and then some just beautiful backcountry set back from the Tetons with spectacular and incredible views. Our first wildlife spotting was a coyote hunting for some rodents in the meadow out along the Gros Ventre country, and he actually caught some big rodent, a pretty good sized one, and swallowed it whole. And when we first got there, there was a guy in front of us, and he said there was a fox there. But I got my camera and tripod out and zoomed in on him and saw that was actually a coyote. We had started out the day at the river there, the Gros Ventre River, really hoping that we could see some moose there by the campground area. We did not, however, and then we eventually did see this cow moose over by the road. This was actually the only moose that we did see in our 4+ days in Grand Teton National Park. We thought we'd see a bunch of them, but we just saw this once. We were glad to see that. We did see several later on in Yellowstone, which I'll include in a different video. And then there were the antelope. There were a few groups of antelope that we saw, and then some by themselves, like this one. There's a guy walking towards this antelope. We thought it was going to scare it away. Fortunately, it did not. Then we saw another pronghorn by itself right near the previous one, and this one walked along the road very close by. I had lived in Wyoming for several years before this trip and saw lots of antelope, but you never ever, outside of a national park anyway, got anywhere this close to a pronghorn. So this was great. And I was just machine gunning with my Canon 8 EO6 Rebel and just firing away. Just got a lot of good shots. And so it was really, just really appreciated seeing this pronghorn so close up instead of from a distance like some of the other ones. The other wildlife setting we had was about 4 mule deer nearby. We also stopped by the Moulton Barn and enjoyed that phenomenal view for quite a while. Got a lot of pictures and just enjoyed the relaxing scene from there. Again, for the storm systems that had passed through, a lot of the top mountain peaks were covered by clouds, but it was still a great day at Moulton Barn. One of my favorite movies is Shane. I've watched it numerous times, about every year. We're able to visit the cabin there too and see the rundown ruins, along with great views of the Tetons from there too. Now the last part of the video is going to focus on the mountain peaks from the Teton range and the splendor of all that, and just the incredible viewing opportunities that we had, which we enjoyed so much. We had also stopped up near the Gros Ventre slide area. There's a beautiful pond and some buck and rail fence and a beautiful aspen in full bloom. and had our picnic lunch there and just enjoyed that as well as watching these mountain peaks that just are so spectacular. Eventually, we did get some sun popping out around the clouds and did get to see some spectacular views. One of the very best was when we were coming back from the Gros Ventre River, we were going down this road with aspens lining it closely. We saw this beautiful view of Mount Moran, which is just incredible. I've been to Grand Teton National Park probably close to 20 times in my life, and it's never the same thing twice. With the light conditions, the weather, the time of year, clouds, seasonal aspects, it's always refreshing and just an unbelievable, amazing time. You can never get enough and never get bored with it. You have to visit this place if you have not been there before. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Thanks a lot.